Hi everyone. Sorry I didn't post anything for first grade for this week. My computer is pretty much messed up and my cell phone was giving me trouble with the Wi-Fi because of the snow storm and stuff. So I'm going to show you what he actually did for the week. So this is music. So he has done, we reviewed over his lesson 1. His notes and stuff, so he did his review, so that it brings like a practice sheet and the frog hop music song that he practiced, and it also has a memory game, and it's pretty much just letters, the letters that will go actually on the note page. So he played that. He also did lesson 2 where he learned new notes, and as you can see, he redid them over because he was getting them wrong. And then he also learned a new song, which was marching. And he played that. And then he also played a game, which is called Music Turtle Track. And it basically has like 2 little turtles, and they put them at the start, and wherever they land, they have to say what that note is. And if they don't know, it actually has like a little chart here that tells him. It's pretty much to teach them what the notes are. So that was it for music. Next, we did his nature studies. We did not get to it last week, and it's good that we didn't because the snow came this week. So he did his nature studies. So he made a snowflake. He folded, he traced his own circle. He folded it up to be able to cut it, and then he put it on here and put some glitter on it. We read a book about snow. He read Spot the Cat, Blow, Snow, Blow, and then he wrote what it was about and drew a little picture. And then we did an experiment. So it was to build a snow gauge. So he wrote what his tools were, he wrote the steps and the results. Like the day he did this, there was no snow. So today it snowed pretty bad, so he wanted to go out today to check his gauge, but I wanted to make sure that the snow completely ended before we did this. So he'll be doing this tomorrow. And that is it for his nature studies. His next drawer is his math. I gave him these cards. We're working on 10s and 1s. He's having a bit of trouble with that, so we're still working on this. And he just does pretty much today as +1, the number word. This is really helping him out. -10. And the day's number, and he gets that from whatever day it is. He also started doing math drill. He pretty much goes through this. I give him 1 minute. It's just however many he gets, and he's trying to beat his score, so he just added 1. He only did it 2 days this week. He did a 10s and a 1s worksheet. This one was adding to find the sum. These are pretty easy for him. They're just like a review sheet. This is kind of like a fun sheet also as a review. He's just counting and doing a maze. Subtraction. Subtraction again. Very easy worksheet for him. This was a pretty fun sheet for math. Here he did counting by 3s up to 100. Subtraction again. And yes, I do grade his work. He likes to know what his grade is, so I basically just count however many problems and figure it out. So he did that. Another subtraction. Another fun sheet. Another fun sheet where he's just doing the number word, and he hasn't done the back. I will leave that one for next week. He did graphing. This he did another fun sheet. Again, here is measuring, number word, subtraction problems, and number words. And then he also does his notebook. So he worked on writing number words and back and forth, the same as complete sentence, writing numbers from 1 through 20 all by himself, solving story problems, and then this one will be for next week. So that's it for math. His next one is writing. So for writing, they're different colors because he would do one different day. So he's just practicing his letters. We also worked on his 180 days. We just pretty much did the next day's work. So he just had to do his opinion, do some reasons, and I'm trying to teach him how to recognize when I fix his stuff. Same thing over here. Here is rearranging the sentence to say the same thing. Here he's writing the sentence about his teacher and just putting a period. And here he was supposed to do more for this page and he didn't, so he'll be working on this one again on Monday because it has to have an opinion and the reasons, etc. So he'll be finishing this off on Monday again. That was it for that book. And then I have also started him on journaling, and this is to get him to actually help with that book about writing. So it just, gives him like an idea and he just has to continue it. So this one was if he was a snowflake. He wrote, he will fall out of the sky and be a snowman, then would melt and would be water. And then this one's his favorite thing. And then this one's how to make a snowman. And if he could fly. And what he has learned this year. So that is it. And I don't care about his spelling or anything like that. I do try to fix it so that he knows. But it's just to help him figure out how to make a sentence, and to add to his sentences and things like that. So that's it for writing. As far as his reading goes, we read a little bit more on his Bible, and he's still working on his Noah, so he did a few more pages of stickers, and this is the next one that he has to do. We started the new Abika book, so he did 2 readings in here. He read his own book, and let's see if it will focus, and he drew the characters in the book and the title on the back, Elephants Cannot Dance. So that was the story he chose. And then this is something I did last week. I wanted to show you last week's, and then I want to show you what I do with it. This is this week's. So on the first day, he goes and he starts to read. If he gets it right, he marks it with the marker. The first day he used blue, so he got all those. The next day, he reads and he uses a different color. So whatever he adds to his list, he marks it. And then on the last day, another color. So it took him pretty much 3 days to get through this list, and he was done. When the first time he tried it, it actually took more colors, as you can see. So those are all the words that he can read, and it's within seconds. Like, it takes him nothing to read those words. So he gets a list like that every week. Then we did worksheets. So he did a few worksheets about sounds, reading comprehension, and answering questions. And it was front and back, which I did. Each story was a different day. And another worksheet. More worksheets, and all these are coming for that comprehensive curriculum book. I like it. It's just these worksheets are easy because they're from the beginning of the book. And then this one was also reading comprehension, and he did well writing down, but his spelling needs help. And then this one he had a lot of trouble with, so he didn't know where to start or anything, but he did keep telling me, "Hey mommy, these words sound weird." So he was he knew, he just couldn't figure it out. So that is it for reading. These are language arts and spelling and phonics. So language arts, he did opposites. He did crossword rhymes and opposites. And then he did a page from Easy Peasy of are and is, and he had a couple wrong. He'll be fixing whatever is wrong. He fixes it when he goes back. And then these are phonics. So he did a page on short vowel sounds and rhyming, a long vowel sound, and a crossword puzzle, figuring out what the word was and spelling it, which he did good with. And then our phonics sounds, which he worked on the Y in the end of the words. And our ENT at the ends, EST, UST, FT, MP, so he did those. And then he also did lesson 2 of Explode the Code. And then he also does a page from the Fun Phonics book, which we just did. That page which was the crossword, and this page for the short I, and he did the short O, and that was it. And then for spelling, he had his new words. He did a page from the comprehensive book. We did our page as far as his list went, and that was the next one. Next day's page. His next day's page. Another worksheet from the workbook. His spelling test. I do give spelling tests. I've been doing this since the beginning of the year, and he likes to do it. He likes to figure out what he gets good and what he gets wrong, so he did pretty good. And then he did this game. So first he wrote all his words on the chalkboard, and then I gave him this to play with. So as he had the word, he would just write it here and then text it. He had really fun with this, and he likes it, so I'll be keeping that in his thing for a while. And then we played a game today. So basically I saved these from, hold on a second. Okay, so basically I saved this from a game. I just took the little number things out and saved this. So what I did with it is we played tic-tac-toe with it. So he reads the word. If he gets it right, he gets to cover a spot. And then etc., etc. He reads and he spells. And then we just play tic-tac-toe. When we get done one board, he wanted to play again, so I just added another one and we just kept going. And then, you know, he figured out, hey, I can pretty much do this and get tic-tac-toe that way. So we were having fun with that game. So that's what we did for spelling. His last class for the week is going to be science. So what he did, he watched his pond video, and after he watched that, we started on his pond and frog unit. So he did graphing, where he had the little cards and he pulled them out of a bag and to see which one won. He did some rhyming with the animals in the pond. Then we talked about some oceans and did a crossword puzzle just for fun on this day. And then we went to the frogs. So he learned about frog teeth, frog feet, frog skin, frog ears, and all the information is in here. The one for frog feet, there's different frogs to different feet, so he's got like sticky notes in there. And then he did his own life cycle of a frog, where he colored it and put it all together all by himself. And I won't show you the rest because the rest is for next week, but we're into the frog unit as far as science, and he'll be doing it every day next week to get the frog completely done. And he also did a fun page about a duck, and you know, he classified it as a bird. It lays eggs, has wings, has claws, etc. So that was one of his fun things to do. So anyways, that's it, what we did for the week. I'm sorry I couldn't post it sooner and do the whole workbox. Hopefully next week I can get both workbox done. My Wi-Fi is really slow, so it takes me about a day or two just to get a video on. I'm hoping to be able to change companies soon. So anyways, I hope you guys have had a good week. We are going to be playing in the snow this weekend, so my kids are looking forward to it. So anyways, have a good weekend. Thank you for watching.